Jugs full of water. What a blessing! The Emir says there are many stations like this on caravan roads. I'll take a jug with me. I'll return it full at the next stop. I wonder if people used to live here in the middle of the desert. The floor here is very solid, but there are loose, sandy areas here and there. I've already got more than enough in my bag, but what the hell? There are a few stones piled up here. Why not take one for a change? My tools should be in the bag. Those must be the temple ruins that the old Zerzurians spoke about. There's supposed to be a room there with a map on which Zerzura is marked. A family from Zerzura supposedly found refuge in the mountains. Perhaps they know something that can help us. The old Zerzurian was certainly convinced of it. We mustn't forget to pass on his good wishes. Those are the mountains near Tripoli. Venerable Emir?
Yes, my young friend.
We're first heading for the temple ruins, where we'll look for the map room, which is supposed to contain directions to Zerzura.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
After that, we'll deal with the key fragments, or the other way round.
Good plan. Always one step at a time.
I'll look around.
Yes, do that.
Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
These key fragments. Have you any ideas about where we should start looking?
I'd do it like the Inquisitor. Just ask the Zerzurians, without chaining them up, of course.
But Ramon and the others knew nothing.
One of them, at least, knew where more Zerzurians are to be found, right?
True. He drew it on the map.
They all want to return to Zerzura. It's in their interest that the key fragments are reunited, so we're doing them a favor.
See you later.
Yes.
Ramon?
Yes, brother?
By the way, I brought your talisman with me. You probably want that back.
My talisman? Really? You had it with you the whole time? Then it's no surprise that everything turned out fine. It protected you.
You might be right. In a way.
Then keep hold of it. I want you to keep it.
But it belongs to you and you really need it. Especially now that you're ill.
Give it back to me when we're in Zerzura, all right? You look after it for me until I've drunk from the healing water.
All right, brother. How is your wound?
Fine at the moment, but I don't know how long it'll stay that way. The Emir says that if the wound doesn't heal, then it'll poison my whole body.
What do these key fragments look like?
Do you remember the artifact made of crystal?
The one that got you arrested?
That was one of the key fragments.
Stay strong, brother.
I'll do my best.
Jamila? Find Zerzura, look for the key fragments. Which should we start with and where?
I'd get the directions to Zerzura from the old temple ruins first. They don't seem to be too far away. And perhaps we'll find a clue as to the location of the key fragments there.
I'll have another look around.
You do that.
I'm not so thirsty that I need to drown myself in it. There. Someone's lying there.
That's a Spanish soldier. He looks injured.
But there's no blood. Could it be a trap?
I don't think so. The way he's breathing, and look how pale he is. He looks really ill.
Help me.
What's wrong with you?
I can't breathe. These cramps.
What's wrong with him?
Cramps? Difficulty breathing?
Sounds like poisoning.
You lot are never out on your own. Where are your comrades? And what are you doing here?
There were two of us. Javier is still inside. I had to get out. Needed air.
He shouldn't talk so much. It only strains him more.
Well, come on. Let's have a look inside. Perhaps his compañero can tell us more.
Wait, we have to help him here, otherwise he'll die.
I think he looks as though he's already over the worst.
He must be thirsty. A sip of water certainly wouldn't do him any harm.
Give me that, I'll do it. Go and look for the other one, before he causes us any trouble.
Good.
But don't touch anything, do you hear?
That must be Javier, the one the soldier spoke about. He's dead. Wasn't as lucky as his friend outside. Oh, there's a scroll tucked into his belt.
People, I've just found out that the Inquisitor sent these soldiers to look for 3 fragments of the key. Did you hear? 3!
That sounds manageable.
Did the soldier tell you that? Who knows if it's true?
Sure enough, it was the last thing he said before he died.
What? He's dead.
Just as dead as his mate here.
So we've now got 2 dead soldiers. This one died more quickly. The other one at least made it outside.
But I don't understand. How's that possible? He didn't look like he was on his last legs.
He just couldn't breathe anymore. I recognize this from a certain contact poison that's used in pharaoh tombs.
Contact poison?
It paralyzes the muscles. Once you've touched it, you can never get rid of it. It eats through your body until you suffocate feebly. No matter how little of the stuff you get on you. Yes.
That's terrible.
By Allah, that really isn't a nice way to go.
And the less poison you touch, the more agonizing it is, because then it just takes longer.
I need fresh air.
The poison is probably stuck to the statues. I hope you haven't touched anything in here.
No, and I won't touch anything in here either. I'll keep guard outside.
You better go out and wait until Raffi and I have had a look around.
No, I'll help you. Just let me sit down for a bit, then I'll be fine again.
No, Ramon, don't touch anything, and don't lean or sit on anything. It really would be better if you went out now.
Perhaps you're right. Just a quick rest.
This much is sure. If the poison is a trap that's supposed to keep us away from something, then we're quite close.
Every trap conceals a clue. If we find out which of the statues is not poisoned,
Then we've got access to the map room. Are those Egyptian hieroglyphs?
yes, but you can't read them all anymore. It says, even if war defeats the false lord, none who are unknowing should find the White City, dedicated to those who in each of the 31 years built 5 statues. Only the first of the last 24 points the way.
That seems to be a kind of translation of Egyptian number symbols. Water uncovers the secret of the rocks. The same symbols written on the plinth are the same as those on the scroll. That's going to help me. That's one of countless statues. Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
How do we find out which statue is free of poison without touching it?
By making others touch it.
What do you mean?
Well, we could throw a couple of desert foxes at the statues, and then wait and see what happens.
Huh? Where are we going to find that many desert foxes? We need one for each statue.
I was only joking, Theodorus. But I'll never get tired of watching you and your little inventor's brain contemplating any old nonsense.
I guess that this scroll can tell us which is the right statue.
Yes, sometimes I think that the Egyptians only built these really complicated constructions so they had a reason to paint their pictures.
See you later.
Yes.
It says statue 132 on the plinth. It could be the right one. Well, if it's the wrong statue, then I'm about to find out. That's the statue that should open up the way into the map room. There has to be something in the plinth. The front side of it can be pushed in, but I can't do it alone. Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
Help me, Raffi.
Have you touched the slab already? How do you feel?
Good. I'm absolutely sure it's the right one. Now give me a hand.
We can't do it like this. If we had some oil or another lubricant, then perhaps.
See you later.
Yes. I'm nipping into the city. Wait here. I'll go and see what the mood is like.
I wonder if the guards in the prison have been found yet.
I hope so for their sake. They have been locked in there for several days.
They don't deserve any better.
We should go and see if they're all right. Maybe bring them water.
Save yourself the trouble. They've been found, and their dead commander, too.
Oh dear. Perhaps we should have hidden him.
That might have been better. Either way, we certainly can't go into the city anymore. Now we're wanted for murder.
Damn!
We don't want to go back to Tripoli anyway. So who cares?
Jamila's right. Let's move on.
Yes, come on, Fyodor. It was going to happen sooner or later. We're no longer the honest citizens we once were.
I know. Greetings.
Take your time to look at everything. My goods are of the finest quality.
What's that lovely smelling soap you've got there?
It's the latest blend on the soap market. It's just come in. Made from aloe vera. Here, have a go with it. I'm thinking you could certainly use some.
Adios.
May the sun be with you.
We'll head back to the watering point. The soldiers were prepared for a long stay. There's a long rope lying here. I'll take that. Provisions for the soldiers. There's quite a lot left over. That's how I make the soap smaller. Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
Raffi, let's try again.
Yes, now it's starting to move.
So let's see where this passage leads to.
I'll tell the others.
The map room. Look here, a huge relief map.
Ugh, it smells as though generations of rats have died and been reborn here.
You could be right. Who knows how long this room has been sealed? Ramon, come here. You have to see this.
I'm coming.
This relief here must be the map. There are distinctive points engraved in it.
A statue? Mountains?
The statue could be the temple that we're in right now.
Exactly. And there's Mount Sababa. There's a river, and there, the sea.
Yes. Strange. And what's this bird in the sea?
That's the symbol for Zerzura. But that can't be right. Zerzura is in the middle of the desert, not in the sea.
Perhaps you're just looking for the wrong city. Not Zerzura, but Atlantis. No wonder no one can find it.
Perhaps the sea is also just a symbol for the endless breadth of the desert.
There seems to be something else engraved next to the bird. It could be the symbol for distance.
Really?
That's a pretty large and barren mountain.
What does this little symbol mean? Here in the mountains.
That's the symbol for direction.
That's the mountain called Sababa. It's well used in the desert for helping to navigate.
That's exactly where Tripoli is. I recognize the coastline.
That'll be a river.
That could be the ruined building that stands by the watering point.
That's here.
You think that this symbol stands for Zerzura?
The dove, yes. But Zerzura doesn't lie in the Mediterranean, that much is sure.
There's another little symbol. What can it mean?
Where? Ah, that is the Egyptian symbol for distance.
That's the Mediterranean. I'll tie the rope here.
Good idea. Make sure that you can't find Zerzura itself on the map.
Zerzura has to be there. Look here. In the southeast. Zerzura must be right there.
There's a range of black rocky mountains there. There's supposed to be an old monastery nearby.
A monastery in the middle of the desert.
It's an old pilgrim site, about 2 days' march from here.
Now I understand what the Inquisitor meant. I heard him talking about an old pilgrim site when I was in prison. That must have been the monastery.
For sure. Southeast is also the direction he is supposed to have taken.
What is he doing in the monastery? Does he hope to find the missing fragments of the key there?
Possibly. And if the thing about the mountains is true, then he's also quite close to Zerzura.
Zerzura is actually supposed to be surrounded by mountains.
Then the city must be easy to find. And perhaps we don't need the pieces of the key at all. We'll just climb over the walls, or have sail down from one of the mountains.
If it were that easy, then the Inquisitor would have been in there ages ago. Right, Ramon?
Yes, the pieces of the key don't just open the gate. They ensure that Zerzura can be found in the first place. Without the complete key, the city remains hidden to those searching.
Oh, mystical. That really pushes the prices up.
What are you talking about? We are not making this journey in order to plunder the city.
I don't intend to, but a tiny little brick as a souvenir, or a prong from the Queen's crown, that's fair enough, isn't it?
Don't you dare!
Ramon, calm down. Ah! You mustn't get all wound up. Raffi didn't mean it like that, right, Raffi?
Right. I'm crawling through the desert on my last legs, purely out of friendship.
There'll be something or other in it for you. Now pull yourself together and behave like a nice person for a change.
Like you mean? First, I'll have to fall in love with a smart talker from Barcelona.
Don't talk rubbish.
But they're dead. Why are they dead?
It looks like they all died at the same time. They would have buried each other otherwise.
It must have been a long time ago. Years.
What happened to them?
Perhaps they were murdered.
Murdered?
Do you think the Inquisitor has got something to do with this?
I don't know. But if he has, it was quite a while ago.
The whole family? Why, the whole family? I don't understand.
We'll find out what happened to them.
Good. And I'll take a look further back there.
They might have been brother and sister. It's a sad thought, the two of them dying arm in arm. A piece of parchment. Seems to have been ripped out of something. A piece of parchment with symbols or a drawing. The food was prepared here. That must be a cave-style shelf. A wall painted by children. This sleeping area was used as a rubbish dump. This is where the family ate. There are even dishes on the table. That must have been the father. Looks as though he collapsed right here. What have we got here? Notes from a member of the family. Unfortunately, I can't read it. When you take a closer look, this sleeping area looks even less cozy. And there's nothing there but rotting blankets. Another body. I got a bit of a fright. Gosh, a necklace with a huge ruby. It looks really valuable. These holes here look a bit like cupboard shelves, but I think they were probably steps for the emergency exit. Additional air and light came into the room through this opening, and it probably served as an emergency exit. One of the unfortunate family members. Hello, Raffi.
Hey, Theodorus, what's the plan?
Can you translate that for me?
I know some of the words. I've seen this one here before, too, but that's not enough to translate them.
This family, how long do you think they've been dead?
What are you asking me for? I didn't do it.
I just thought that you, as an experienced grave robber, might know about that kind of thing.
Ah, I see. Well, judging by the condition of the bones, I'd guess around 10 years.
See you later.
Yes.
Jamila?
Hmm?
This has really got to Ramon. I'm afraid he won't be able to hang on for much longer.
Yes, I got that impression too. We have to get a move on.
Jamila, do you know this language?
That's supposed to be a language.
These people died on their own, without any help in the middle of the desert.
They weren't alone. They had each other.
I'll have another look around.
You do that.
Venerable Emir?
Yes, my young friend.
Do you know this language?
No, I'm sorry.
Have a look at this necklace. It must be precious, right?
With this huge ruby, it must be.
I didn't expect all the people here to be dead.
Yes, it's terrible. I hope Ramon doesn't take it too badly.
He's afraid he won't make it much longer without the healing water.
By Shaitan, this water is truly diabolic, even though it would seem to have been made by Allah himself.
I'll look around.
Yes, do that.
Ramon?
Yes, brother?
Ramon, do you know this language?
That's Zerzurian. I can't read everything, but it looks like it's something like a diary. From the daughter of the family. She writes about an illness that has gripped them all.
So they weren't murdered.
Mama is getting worse and worse, and my brother also seems to have caught it. I'd better not tell anyone that I coughed up blood last night, or my papa will only worry more.
Oh God, what kind of an illness is this?
No idea, it doesn't say.
It was certainly deadly. That much is clear.
Perhaps only for Zerzurians. They lack strength without their water. As long as you live in Zerzura, it's a blessing. Anywhere else, it seems to be more of a curse.
We'll get to Zerzura in time, brother. You'll drink from the water and then leap around like a young buck. Don't you worry. See if there's anything about a key fragment in this book.
Yes, there is something.
And what? Come on, speak!
She describes it very precisely, and that her father hid it. But she doesn't say where. There are only a couple of symbols here.
Symbols?
Yes, right after the ripped-out page.
Ramon, look at this precious necklace I found. Could it be of any importance to us?
Where did you get it?
It was around the neck of one of the dead.
Then it's a wedding necklace. It's an old tradition in Zerzura that the queen gives the couple a crystal on their wedding day, as a symbol for the truthfulness of love and its permanence.
A crystal? But that is quite clearly a ruby.
No, That is one of the mountain crystals blessed by the Queen of Zerzura. It becomes ever more red the stronger the love grows.
Really? This crystal is a wonderful red color.
Everything blessed by the Queen becomes part of her immortality. There are no broken marriages in Zerzura.
Do you know anything about this family?
Only that they retreated here to the caves after they escaped. Perhaps they hoped to be able to return to Zerzura soon.
Stay strong, brother.
I'll do my best.